kind of deal here for 1907 Fenerbahce. They just shouldn't be able to do it against these very strong lanes and the Ezreal. There should be so much pressure on them specifically. And when you look at Samsung with ambition, it's very low risk. They're always going for. So I really want to see if they're going to be in the face of Fenerbahce, if they want to take some of these even 50-50s and rely on the mechanical skill of these players here.
Will that be the option? Well, for now, it's going to be the enemy red buff where they start. Sejuani will be spotted out. She starts on the blue on the top side. Haru may just be able to run back and connect. Quick level 2 here. Could just go right into
cover your own red buff. Might as well take a gank first.
Frozen. This is going to be first blood. Red buff ticks it down, flashes out. One more auto. Cleaning it up for Crown. Even. Ezreal's pretty strong. Poised to crash into Crash himself. It's going to be difficult. Arcane shift up and available. Is he going to go over the wall? Nope, just a quick ward. Happy to just dominate the jungle. Doesn't need to win out on these small duels. But Crash may still give him the opportunity. Very forward positioning there from the Sejuani.
It's barely any chance for Haru to steal away at the moment. He's waiting for everything to respawn except for his own Crux up there in the top lane. But as an Ezreal, you're spending a lot of time taking them down while you're not harassing the enemy jungler. Instead, we get a fight.
Good pillar comes in from Kuve, pinches Thaldred in here. Haru has the opportunity. He has to shift forward. Pretty easy for them to pick it up. Another kill for Samsung. And it's so much more. The gang from this mid lane. Miscommunication from Cho'Gath on the top side, but Frozen, luckily for the team, still has the ultimate, still has a certain degree of
Crash down here once he hits level 6, but at this point, everything should be warded up as well by Samsung.
Going to be using a back timers by Samsung as well.
On Crown to counter, obviously, the Sejuani ulti. Meanwhile, Haru, he knows exactly where Crash is on the map, and he's going top lane.
Oh, what can Thaldred do here? He's going to be locked out. Frozen Domain comes in, Subjugate as well. Easy kill pickup. Nothing for Thaldred to hold on to. But Crash is trying to fire back. Nice interrupt on the Ruler. No input buffer that time around. Ultimate is not going to connect on the Ruler. He may just be able to make his way out the heal use. The barrier not available. One flash left, but it's for Core JJ. And that means 1907 Fenerbahce are going to fight back.
Ruler going down, heal, barrier, flash, everything used. Important for Fenerbahce to get a kill somewhere on the map so to have a lane they can try and play around, because top lane is completely done.
A sort of mind game there where Ruler misplays. We've seen so many Tristanas get out of adversity, buffering their rocket jump, that okay, you watch this VOD, and if it does end up being a quick Samsung.
And Fenerbahce did just ping near the Rift Hill, so okay, they're saying, we know they're up here, maybe try and stop it. They're sending in the Echo for now. Actually, Frozen went into mid lane, so never mind. Didn't actually want to go for that one. Trundle must have snuck his way in without being noticed. They're going for mid.
Trying to collapse on the Crown. Not going to connect the stun, but he will get locked up in the end by the Sejuani. Leap forward, the phase dive, bringing him home, and snap back and right out of there. Frozen will grab the kill, but at the exchange
Ultimate or flash in that previous kill was that mind game with Crown being hoping to flash the ult, and there's the ult.
Haru locked up, looking for the fall of CC. Ezreal's still alive, but he's taken down from the red buff. Is he going to survive? Lulu is there for the heal, but Frozen comes over. Proto belts him down, and Crown now running for his life. The CC comes through. Deep freeze with the Sejuani, and the double drop for Frozen as well. Shiny Sheen on the back of those 2 kills in the mid lane. Maybe this could be the difference maker. Maybe this could be turning it around, but Samsung just immediately swapping the pressure elsewhere. Crown now potentially in trouble. About leaps forward, looking for the third stack from the Z-Drive. Resonance going to try to pop it there. Crash going to grab the kill in the end. 1907 Fenerbahce fighting back in terms of kills. Still behind in goal, but they want to keep the train rolling. Rosen leaping forward onto Kuve. Has to be ready to snap back in an instant, but the stun will come through. Trundle's still so tanky as he saps the stats away from Crash. Now it's Ruler on the front line, but he's going to get knocked up. Rosen's still fearless leaping forward. But 1907 Fenerbahce are on the back foot. The tower poised to fall, but they're going to hold on for now.
It's really interesting seeing Samsung play this game out after getting an almost unassailable lead, it felt like in the early game, but you start to see what Haru brings, what ambition brings. The early aggression was generated from Haru's different take on the game. Some of the slips and some of the mistakes they've made around their advantages also quintessential Haru. There's such a different animal when you just change one member on the roster.
But still, with all the pressure in the mid lane, Rift Herald immediately gets dropped. Ruler and Core JJ return to the bottom lane, and immediately 2 towers come as the follow-up. So every time 1907 Fenerbahce gets something, it feels like Samsung are still 1 step ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of thing. If we take a step back, we need to remember, Samsung were so far ahead that they were eventually going to get these out.
Thaldred in position to match him. May not be able to fight the Trundle, but he can fight the creeps. And for now, that will be enough for 1907 Fenerbahce.
Oh, Crash is going to find them.
Waiting. Trying to time it
W.
out. Crown is going to get locked up. The follow-up is there. The team not going to look to use use it though.
Control wards on one side of the jungle and enact the poke that they've set up to do, and Crash gets another feel-good moment, takes the red.
QA really wants this tower, but right now all of Fenerbahce is here.
May cost him his life. We'll check what the rest of the team is going to do if they can even take down the Trundle at this point in the game. Kube so strong, but still has to burn the flash. Guaranteed stun comes out, point and click, baby. Follow-up is there. Silence going to cut through. Kube will drop in the end.
Now's the interesting moment. We saw one turning point Baron, a Longzhu against Immortals.
Being ahead the entire game long. Their focus should be to make sure Cube can push out his silent in an isolated 1v1 and then control the mid lane with Syndra and Tristana and Ezreal, 3 ranged champions. Yet, 1907
Well,
Fenerbahce.
extended fights could favor 1907 Fenerbahce, but
Oh,
that's
it's a big
coming
one
for Crown. On to Frozen though, so he gets his get out of
Some of
jail.
these low members who's been tanking the Baron.
Both teams playing on a bit of a nice edge here. Small risks. The buffer is going to take
There's
him
no
out.
flash.
64. JJ is in trouble all alone. Tries to ult himself, but that's the pick that Fenerbahce needed. They can just turn to the Baron. They're not confident yet.
It's the same thing again. Samsung are not getting proper mid lane control. So Fenerbahce can constantly get into the river. And look for these picks. They're starting this Baron. It's 5 versus 4. Cube is coming.
Thaldrin on the Cho'Gath has the ability to guarantee the smite if he gets the timing correctly. Frozen into the middle of the team. They're running forward. They are fearless as they move on to Kube, but he's the tankiest member. Subjugate is still keeping him healthy. Haru in trouble on the backside. Ruler and Crown still remain untouched. There is no tanky front line to protect them, and that means the rocket jump has to come out. The blast cone to protect Ruler. But Fenerbahce still in control.
Everything on a knife's edge. They did force 1907 Fenerbahce to turn off Baron. They're going straight back to it. There still is not 5 members. Or JJ has a long way to run. 7,000 on the Baron.
Frozen still pushing it for a little bit more. Kube still getting chunked down. The Z-Drive resonance alongside the passive will mean that he could just get executed, but a quick heal up from Frozen, half what he needs it to be, and now they're going to back off.
We have to remember that Cube without his ulti is not as powerful in these fights here. So the first engage Trundle is almost impossible to kill. A re-engage means the ulti is gone, but now it's Samsung staying around Baron. They're actually going towards it now. Cube is here.
1907 Fenerbahce need to get in here. 7K and dropping. Thaldrin on the way in, but the Cho'Gath not fast enough to access the pit. Samsung Galaxy just going to back off. They know they can't take the fight.
All right, so everyone wants to try and reset now.
When Cube's not there.
Where now is the leadership going to come from on the side of Samsung? Without ambition here to rally the team with a new strategy they may not be as comfortable with. Can they still grab the dragon? Looks like the answer will be yes. First boon they've gotten in a long time, but Double Inferno will help the comp.
On the side of 1907 Fenerbahce, and in the one lane where it's comically large, 120 CS is the lead. For Cube, it doesn't matter if Cube's in the sideline and can't get that inhibitor.
Oh, no sight on this on the side of Samsung. They're going to have to move into check. Is the vision here from the side of 1907 Fenerbahce? They will throw the trinket over the
won't
wall.
get there.
Syndra, can she take this away? No, Cho'Gath going to snipe it out. And that means the Baron has dropped, but Kube not happy about this exchange. Monsoon comes out to keep the team healthy. Thaldrin now running for his life. Can all 5 members make it out? Kube does not want to let it happen. Haru coming in over the wall, debating, can he afford to shift over? Doesn't look like it's going to happen. 5 members with Baron for Fenerbahce. Crash has been playing aggressive and willing to make a difference. Frozen has been bringing it home, and Thaldrin, he may not get a glorious role, but he's been surviving where many others could not, and now they're looking to take Kube down, get him a little bit of revenge.
Optimistic, he is still 5-item Trundle, but it shows that they are in no way perturbed by how strong the Trundle is. They're going to his lane, they're trying to push in his face, minion wave. Not going to be too taken down by the True Shot barrage when the Baron buff is there. Cho'Gath is in the top side, and that's the real win here. Syndra doesn't really want to deal with a super tank.
Kube still having to back off here. Pillar and 7 Fenerbahce.
See what I can do here.
They stunned up. Chain CC starts to come in. How much damage can they afford to burn on the Trundle? The bait does come out. That means Kube's just running forward onto Crash. Now a much squishier Sejuani, but both sides backing off.
That was the unkillable part here. Trundle ulti now on cooldown, at least for some seconds at least. It's a fairly low cooldown here in the late game. Meanwhile, the rest of Fenerbahce is still pushing forward.
But right as they have double cannon creep, the Baron falls off. Now Frozen is
the ulti now.
Aggressive, getting snapped back, but Crown with a decent stun means that the team has to back off. Samsung still holding on quite well despite everything stacked against them.
Yeah, trying to actually pile in to Trundle's lane is not something that 1907 Fenerbahce have had to do.
They can engage, get the ulti out, wait for the ulti to disappear, and then look for a re-engage. We got Elder Drake spawning in just a few seconds. Frozen likes to try and get a crazy flank and reach the backline quickly, but right now he's showing himself in the bottom lane.
Where is that shock calling from Samsung? 2 things happening at the same time.
He's sitting on the bench right now.
Oh, that's a fair point. Cube will look to try and head off the Echo, but for now the Echo's trying to crack the inhibitor.
Has to be careful. Not a lot of ways for him to take down the Trundle. Maybe if he gets low, but you just don't have that kind of time here to battle it out.
And the awkward thing is if you try to outplay and try to ignore, just like the Trundle was earlier, the Trundle will be able to pillar you in, and even with the phase dive, you'll be slowed. You'll take extra damage. So for now, things are so close.
Now, both teams poised, ready to go in. That's Crash looking to start the fight. The flash does come out immediately. Thaldron is in the middle of the team. A beautiful silence to kick it off. Ruler is so low. Patton is looking to go off. Not going to take him down in the end, but they will find Crown. They will take down the mid laner. Fenerbahce are in control.
They are so aggressive. They make the call. Everyone
Optimistic against the guaranteed CC. Everyone on Samsung, barring QV, cannot be hit by the Glacial Prison.
Let's see on Crown's side. If that Banshee gets popped, he's suddenly an easy target. Good damage onto the Janna, at least, from Samsung's side, and he's engaged.
Ball comes out once again, this time input buffered properly. Kube running for his life. Frozen off to the side. May just delay the fight. Starting out comes the parallel convergence. Not going to find the stun. A nice pillar comes in for Kube. Does get the stun in the end. Frozen goes gold. Has the snapback if he wants to get out. Does not need it. Redemption there to back him up. Pressure on for Samsung.
So close to taking down the Guardian Angel of QV. They won't get that. He can teleport back in. Bash has the war marks. He will get healthier as they look to try to turn onto Baron, but QV, remember, has teleport.
Dropping lower and lower. Still have the Elder Dragon burn. Pressure is on for Haru. He wants to redeem himself. He wants a chance. Now is the time. 907 Fenerbahce not hesitating. Starting to burn this one down. Pillar puts them in an awkward spot, but they are unconcerned. Ruler free hitting forward, but it does not matter. Baron drops from Fenerbahce. Frozen. The quick snapback to try to make it out of there. As Kube on the front lines. The damage dealers are not in position. Featherstorm comes out. Haru playing aggressive, trying to avoid the snare. Is not going to get locked up, but still the Baron drops. And now the struggle is not this traditional tank. Does not have the CC. Does not have the lockdown. Kube taking the back end of some of these trades, but can just heal up off the minions.
Want the viewers at home to understand that compositionally, and an even bigger hole is hold the point.
Added. Locked up. Featherstorm forced down.
Down a static ship, and of course the Syndra. Thaldron coming with quite a large minion wave up here, gets the Banshees. All the summoners are available on the side of Samsung this time around, so a bit harder to engage onto them, but they're trying.
Last Baron powered wave. Ulti is going to go wide. Fenerbahce backing off for now. Samsung doing what they can to hold on to the base. And it is showing up now, but they do have to take it to the next step. They have to break open the base, and it's hard for them to do. That single ranged auto attacker you already mentioned. But now it looks like Samsung may have found a fight. Still not going to take the risk, not going to push any further.
And the surreal thing is,
46 minutes into the game is still not sitting on 5 fully completed items. It just shows how far behind he is in this game and how hard he got shut down.
1-4-0, not the scoreline we expected for Frozen versus Crown. Frozen definitely making an impact, even after the fumbles in the early game, even after Haru did so much to get Samsung ahead. But we've been here before. Last time was 9.
They're all in again.
Fenerbahce sneaking their
It's going
way
to be
into
the fight.
Baron.
Look at Crown, he's sitting right there behind it, just to the bottom of your screen.
Trying to find the flank pad. It could be in trouble. He's going to get stunned up. Do they have enough time before the ult comes out? Does not look like it. Thaldron trying to get healed up. Kube pushing forward onto the back line. It's Frozen from the backside. Can he find the stun? He's leaping to the floor, JJ. He's been shut down. Samsung are looking for the turn. Ruler is leaping forward. Someone needed to step up, and Samsung have found their opening. Kube flashes forward. The pillar dropping. Ruler looking for that hit. That's another kill for the 80 carry.
We talked about Ruler either killing the tank or killing Frozen in case a mistake happened, and it did.
Frozen played so well until point. There's the
Ruler. Featherstorm comes out, tries to back off, does get the lockdown, but it does not matter. Samsung still in the driver's seat, still in control.
They have so much sieging damage. They have so many ranged auto attackers. They want to end the game before Frozen respawn. How cruel would this be after how well 1907 Fenerbahce has played?
One last hold for 1907 Fenerbahce. The Janna, the bottom lane duo. Can they bring it up? No! The damage! Burned through and taken out just when hope was rising for 1907 for Fenerbahce. Samsung come in and clean up.
But we have the player cams.